Everybody's got love stories.
Hi, I'm Kristian Alfonso. Welcome to Love Stories. Today you'll meet two couples and hear their real love stories. One's about a couple who met and married in a health club, and the other love story is about a college romance. But only one of these couples will still be together by the end of the show. Our first love story is about Kathy and Tim. Both were students at the University of Michigan when they first saw each other in a crowded bar.
He was this dark, mysterious, godlike, when I say God, I mean Greek godlike man, and was so different from the, your rest of your little kind of preppy, middle of the road kind of Midwestern guys.
I do one of these and I look over like this, and she does one of these and looks over like that.
But, he wasn't making a move in my direction. I was afraid to make a move in his direction. And so what I decided to do was go to the bathroom, because at least then I could walk by him and at least give him a little, something as I walked by. So I
saved this, because she's going to love this. There's a little date book I keep, and I actually cut it out. She wrote on a little slip of envelope, it says, "Since neither of us had the guts." And then there's a little arrow to the other side, tiny little scrap of paper. It says, "Call me, Kathy."
And so to me, he was so foreign and untouchable, and, that whole image of this man. And come to find out over, coffee after the movie, I mean, here he's this Catholic Polish boy from Dearborn, Michigan. I'm, a Catholic Polish girl from Troy.
You find that it's somebody that you're not nervous with. It's somebody that you're not wondering what the next move's going to be. You're somebody that you find you're very comfortable with. I mean, now...
So now we're nervous because this is going to be the first kiss, right? And I'm like, so it's all that uncomfortable. And is he going to kiss? And are we going to, go the right direction and whatnot? And
I just leaned over and I just kissed her real soft on the cheek. It was real gentle. I didn't want to be too forward.
He seems like he's getting nervous all of a sudden. And then he goes, our date, it was good fun. Good fun. I started laughing. I'm like, good fun?
And I thought, here's Mr. Suave, Mr. Debonair, and he's saying he's had good fun. I'm thinking, great, good fun, real smooth, Tim. But,
I invited him over to my house to meet my family, whatnot. So he comes in. My family liked him instantly. But we have this tradition that we make Christmas cookies. My mom's, big into making Christmas cookies and all that, and we all join in. And
she's got a lot of incredible qualities, but she's far from being artistic, as it were. And here comes Mr. Sculptor, Mr. Art Major, and I come in and I start sculpting these cookies, and I'm like taking the little knife and I'm carving out a face and a little chin and putting the sprinkles on and doing all the shading and everything like that. And it was
shellacked them, of course, after they came out of the oven. He doesn't know this, but they were shellacked so that they stayed, and I still have them at home. So.
That's Kathy. That's Kathy. She would do something like that. She is a tried and true romance. She shellacked them.
I think I knew I was falling in love that Christmas when he met my family, and then it just got better and better and better. And then when
Valentine's Day. How appropriate, isn't it, really? I mean, when you think about it.
Well, his family was away, and he had lost his dad when he was 9, so his dad was no longer with him, but, his mom had the family house and whatnot, and she was gone.
So Kathy and I decided to play married, as it were. We had the big house, and we had a wonderful candle dinner.
And as things go, I had decided that, he was the one. I figured I would end up marrying him eventually, right? So, and because all my girlfriends had already lost their virginity and were very, very coercive, it was time, and he was the one. No question.
We went up to the old master bedroom, the parents' bedroom. Very embarrassing.
As it's happening, I kind of glanced over, and on the nightstand, his mom has this, picture of her husband, Frank, Tim's dad. And it, I want to say, a little bit of a shrine, to Frank. And there I am in his parents' bed. I look over, and there's Frank looking at me. I am waiting for the lightning bolt to come through the ceiling. God's going to get me for this. I just know it, you know? I mean, I didn't wait. I wasn't married. What was I doing?
She once cut out, has in a little scrapbook and thing, and it's a photo of a couple in an apartment, little wooden floor apartment, and the two of them are sitting there, and there's no furniture in it. And she had written at the bottom of it, she said, "This is us in, in the future."
Kathy and Tim didn't treat their relationship casually. Even the Christmas cookies they baked were made to last a lifetime. When we come back, we'll find out what happens after college when they start to move in different directions. Back to Kathy and Tim. They met while students in college and are now living together and ready to face the future. But life after college forces them to deal with new complications.
Like I said, I wanted to continue this relationship and, take it to new heights, if you will, and do all the fun romantic things that one does in Europe. And it just was going to be perfect. Well, he didn't want to do that. And
I wanted to pursue my career, move to Chicago.
geez, for me, it was a sense of betrayal. I mean, there was anger because this is the person that I had, given it up for, if you will, and had thought, was going to be the man. And so.
And she saw by me wanting to go to Chicago that I was choosing my career. And so she consequently thought that by choosing my career, I'm not choosing her.
And so what happened was along came a good friend of mine, and she brought up moving to L.A. That there was a lot of opportunities. There were things I wanted to do in my life and with my career that would.
I ended up driving her out there. Which is sort of ironic. I mean, because, this is, here we're trying to, I'm thinking, why is this ending? And yet I'm driving her out there. And
well, what ended up happening was, my girlfriend, wasn't going to go. So now how am I going to get there? So the idea being was that I talked to Tim, and would he drive across country with me in place of my girlfriend and move me out here? And, he said yes.
In my heart, I kept thinking that at some point along the way, maybe in those 4 or 5 days it took to drive across country, that we'd mend the relationship. I don't know,
And, I guess I felt a little bit of a rekindling. So, of course, once I got to L.A., I didn't know what I was doing here.
And I almost felt like Bogey and Bacall in reverse. Casablanca, She's standing there at the airport, and I'm walking down this thing, going back to the Midwest, and I was leaving her back here. I turned and I looked back, and she's just sobbing.
And I still could see him, going up the escalator to where he was departing. And one asking myself, what am I doing? I love this man, and he was the one. So what was I doing?
Kathy and Tim found the situation ironic. The drive out to Los Angeles brought them closer together. But now Tim's back in Chicago, and Kathy's alone in Los Angeles. We'll find out later if one of them is willing to move. And what about Kathy and Tim? Well, they didn't get back together. But let's see how Tim tried to make things right.
He recognized after I was gone that he thought I was the one, right? And he, wanted to get engaged. He actually sent me a ring that he'd made as a pre-engagement ring, if you will. But by that point, I had a job out here. I had met someone, and it was too late.
And looking back, if I could change anything, I don't think I would, because it was such a wonderful experience, such an incredible growing experience, but we're such good friends now.
And, riding the waves of friendship together, and he's got someone that he's very much involved with, and I do too, and we're both very happy. We're very happy apart.
Kathy and Tim made the right decision. They both have new loves in their lives and managed to remain friends. I'm Kristian Alfonso, hoping your love story ends as happily as Oscar and Doreen.